And my fucking goat, even though that's towards the end of the chapter, my fucking goat, Noctis is fucking back, okay?
Yo, what up, everybody? It's your boy Moore, back at it again with another video, man. And y'all already know what we doing. We're talking about Shadow Slave today, man. The 2 chapters came out just an hour ago. I read them. I understood what I could, and we're here to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? But first, I want to talk about yesterday. I forgot to talk about something. Basically, when Cassie was asking Asterion, what do you want? Basically, at the end of the day, what do you want? He said something along the lines of, I want to cut the string of Edrians. We can't have the people escaping the labyrinth before its unfortunate occupant ate his fill. So, I read it both ways, and I'm sorry if I'm reading bad. Basically, he's talking about the mythology, but in terms of their world. So he doesn't. I think he doesn't want us to survive the Forgotten God or anything. He either wants all of us to be coming from the Forgotten God, like to get Aiden, basically, or the end of the world, whatever. Whenever he wakes up, because remember, Asterion came from a cult. He came from a cult that I don't know if they were. I forgot what they said. If the cult or wherever the organization, they were like talking about the end of the world or something like that. But they were saying they weird. So I don't know if Asterion's end goal, he wants the Forgotten God to like basically eat everybody and that's it. Everything over and like end of game, or he wants to let everybody inside, to keep everybody inside the labyrinth, since he's the unfortunate occupant and he want to eat his fill and become sacred, just like Connacht. If y'all remember the story of Connacht, I forgot exactly how they said, but he consumed all of his kingdom, and that way he became sacred, and like skipped a lot of years trying to go through I forgot the word for becoming a god. That word, y'all don't know, hypothesis, some shit like that. I forgot. And yeah, I forgot to talk about that yesterday. It's interesting. That's my take on it. So he either wants the Forgotten God, because he's crazy, to wake up and eat everybody, or he wants to consume everybody himself and become sacred. And he, like, obviously he doesn't trust anybody to go to the 4th or 5th nightmare with them, you know? So I don't know. But let's talk about the new chapters today, man. Chapter 27, Darker Shades, and then 27, 28, Bygone Futures. Now let's talk about 27, Darker Shades first, man. But like we assumed, everybody, not just me, I'm not going to take the credit. We assumed that the being was Cassie, and it was confirmed as soon as the chapter started that Cassie was, she's the being. And then not only is she's drowning in her own memories, which is crazy. She was explaining it like she was shattered. Not only she's trying to get herself together, so she's not only witnessing her own memories, she's witnessing the past and the OG future before they broke fate, before Sunny and her broke fate, which is crazy. I don't know, and I'm gonna get to why I think she's witnessing fate, even though fate's supposed to be broken, she's not supposed to see it, and it's the future that's not gonna be the future no more, because of the vision we see. We know that's not the certain future. That's even, I think she said that, like, that's a future that's not gonna come anymore. Okay, and then how she got to that state, I assume that Cassie used Weaver's mask. Where is my eye? She used that enchantment, and this what made her the being that doesn't recognize itself, and from witnessing all of fate, the past lost, and from, like, that's why she doesn't recognize itself, because she not only witnessing her memories and then everybody she marked with her abilities memories, she's witnessing the past and the lost future, all of fate. She used, I think, 2 things. She either used Where's My Eye, and then she got fucked up and she got reduced to that state, or she's trying to erase all of Asterion's influence from her being.
And she tried so hard, and his influence is so strong that she shattered herself, and now she doesn't know what to do. What to do. But then, she's having a little inner monologue, like, Asterion should have killed me in that memory I seen or whatever, because even though he's really scary, there is no going back or whatever. And then an interesting thing she said is that his undoing would be his own because of his hunger. I don't know if that's hinting to basically Asterion is gonna win the whole thing, and he goes to Sunny and he's like, okay, I want to take Shadow God's lineage, and then obviously it's Weavers, and then he gets fucked up. I took that from it, or it could be something else. I'm not sure. But the most interesting thing of the chapter, is when the being or Cassie is going through memories, trying to feel for one, like the from chapter 22 whenever she's in a bar and Asterion fucked her up. She goes to another memory, touches it, and she's living that memory again, and it was from the Forgotten Shore. She sees 2 memories, but the second one is in the next chapter. Well, she sees 3, but whatever. So she sees a memory of the Forgotten Shore. She's in the Forgotten Shore again. She's back to her original body. They just met up with Sunny. Is when Nefis is asking, or no, when Sunny is asking Nefis, why are you burdening yourself with this dead weight, which is Cassie. When she was blind, she was weak, all of that. And a very, 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 very sad explanation happened, and I don't want nobody ever to say Cassie is fucked up or whatever for choosing Nefis over Sunny, or even choosing one friend over the other, when we figure out that since she had just became a blind person and she had just became a sleeper, she went to the academy, she doesn't recognize anybody, she doesn't know anybody's face. She only knows them by voice. But then remember when she told him happy birthday? It's because it's the winter solstice, remember? She's seen a vision of Sunny celebrating his birthday. We don't know what year was it, like if it was his 15th, like a year before the academy and the first nightmare or whatever. But she's seen him celebrate his birthday while he's freezing to death in some, I forgot how they explain it. He's hiding somewhere from goons and really bad cold, and he's celebrating his birthday, and that's how she knows Sunny's face. It's because she's seen him in the vision. So to her, Sunny was so fucking special. Every time she talks, or every time he talks, she would see a vision of him. I mean, she would recognize him because she's seen his face. So when she hears Sunny ask that question, she's a little scared. She tells Sunny that, wouldn't you do the same? Like, why are you asking me that question? Wouldn't you do the same? And Cassie's trying to go back to sleep, but she stayed up and heard his answer. He just basically said no. And then the vision or the memory hurt her so bad that, she just left the memory. But what's interesting is Cassie remembered Sunny. I don't know if he already got his fate, and then obviously we'll go back. It's not gonna get off screen. The Valthivan bird and Ariel's the Tomb of Ariel. It's not gonna get off screen. I don't know if we'll go back to that, or it's just because some way somehow from her witnessing fate, she knows Sunny and she remembered how they broke fate, blah blah blah, or whatever, or seeing all that memories. I don't know. Some way somehow she remembers him. We don't know if he got his fate back. I don't think he did. So I don't know. Because I feel like when G3 said things is gonna get weird, and then like he's trying to end the story soon, I feel like as soon as we deal with Asterion, they go to the Tomb of Ariel. As soon as he gets his fate back, or the bird doesn't have to be in the tomb, but wherever they go to get his fate back, as soon as he gets his fate back, shit is gonna progress so fast, and we're already, I don't know, fighting God. I don't know. Astaghfirullah. I don't know. Something like that. But let's talk about 27-28, man. Bygone future. And my fucking goat, even though that's towards the end of the chapter, my fucking goat, Noctis, is fucking back, okay? Noctis is back, man. And I can't wait to see more of that vision. Please, G3, please. Next chapter, the first thing I want to read is we're still in that same memory. Please, I want to know. Noctis is the GOAT. He's back. But let's go little bit by little bit. The most interesting thing is we see Nefis fighting Anvil in the OG future. They didn't break fate. In the OG future, we see her fighting Anvil. And when I first started reading that, I'm like, okay, cool. They're explaining like the future that's lost because, you know, fate is broken, whatever. It's cool. Okay, she was going to kill Anvil. Or she would have killed Anvil and fought him. But even though while I'm reading this, I'm like, where the fuck is Keysong? Where the fuck is Sunny? Like, why is Neff fighting Anvil instead of Sunny? Where's Keysong? There's so many questions. And then I wish I got more emotions out of Anvil. Since we seen him more and it was in the OG future, he's fighting Neff. I wish we seen more emotions of him. But whatever. And in the next vision, we see Cassie being back inside of Weaver. Pause. That's not what I meant. She's basically back to being Weaver, and witnessing a memory of Weaver when he meets Noctis. I guess that's their second time, even though to Noctis it's his first. We'll get to that later though. But we see basically what Noctis talked about, that he said he would have went to Weaver, but to go to him, like, nobody could just go to Weaver, bro. It's Weaver, you know what I'm saying? And he's all secretive and shit. He had to make a ritual. And shout out to Tendercy, because I already seen that before. Not seen that before, but it's basically something similar of what Sunny did in the second Nightmare, because he did another ritual too. But he took his heart out, and out of nowhere, Weaver is in front of him. Oh, when he took his heart out, he's still like, you know, all hell Weaver, firstborn of the forgotten god. And yeah, Weaver is there as like, oh, the infamous or the famous beast of Twilight or whatever. And then it's like Weaver is irritated that he's talking to Noctis again, and Noctis is like, wait, have I met you before? I thought this was my first time meeting you. Weaver doesn't answer, and then the chapter ends with, you know, Noctis being Noctis, saying like, you know, oh, well, whatever, I'm the most or whatever in the Kingdom of Hope. Whatever the situation is, he's the most whatever in the Kingdom of Hope, you know, how he gets. And that's what happened. But please, G3, tomorrow, I want to see the rest of the division, and I want to see how exactly does Weaver help Noctis free Hope. Please, I want to see that. And I don't know. I just read the chapter like literally just an hour ago, so I don't know if it dawned on me yet. And I'm sorry if I don't seem excited, but I'm so much excited. I'm just thinking stuff. I'll definitely go to Reddit after a couple hours from now, trying to see what everybody's saying, and leave a comment of what y'all think, man, and what y'all want to see in the next chapters. I just want to see the vision and Noctis more, and obviously Weaver. Every time Weaver is on the screen or on the words, you know, it's good. So hopefully we see more of Weaver and Noctis. And please show us how he helped. Please, I just want to know. It's so interesting. To me, lore is the best thing of any story. It doesn't matter if I'm seeing it. It doesn't have to be a book. It could be an anime. If it's lore, I'm locked in. A fight is good, but I want lore, you know. Or farming is cool. I want lore. Give me lore. Please, G3. And I'll see you on the next one. I'm gone.